Hello everybody, this is part 3 of making a paper windmill. Today I'm going to show you several different ideas for creating and designing your windmills and a few different techniques when you're actually making them. The first method is to create your own design onto a blank sheet of paper. So take a piece of paper, cut it to the size that you want your windmill to be, mark onto your paper your lines for creating the windmill, and then use pens, paints to simply colour in and create your windmill. The next idea is to take some wrapping paper of your choice, cut 2 squares, glue the 2 sides together so that when you fold your wings down you can see both sides of the design. And this is really important. Remember to do this when you create your own. You need to colour in both sides of the paper or stick 2 pieces of paper together. I've created some templates for you which you will find on the DeBeasy Art Facebook or Instagram page. I've created the front and back of your windmill. So all you have to do is choose which designs you like, print them onto a piece of paper, cut them out and stick them together. You can then either carry on making your windmill or you can laminate them. When you choose your design, you don't have to stick to the front and backs that I've put together. You can use the front from one design and put it to the back of another one. So you've got quite a lot of choice of what you can do. And then also remember, when you stick your 2 pieces of design together, you can decide whether you want to fold your wings this way or turn it over and fold the wings down onto this side, giving you an entirely different colour. So first of all, I'm going to show you how I created this rainbow windmill. I did this by taking a blank sheet of paper which I cut into the size that I wanted, cut my windmill wings, and then I turned it sideways like this, and then I marked 3 equal points and drew lines from the centre to give me my red, orange, yellow, green, blue and violet of the rainbow. I then coloured in I've used ink pens. You can use paints or pencils if you want to. What I like about the ink pen is when you turn it over, it's penetrated through, so it makes it a lot easier to do the design. And then I carried on colouring in until I'd finished like this: red, orange, yellow, green, blue and violet, making sure that it was on both sides so that when you turn your wings in you can see the design on the back as well. Now you can either make up your windmill from the paper like this or laminate them, as I've shown you in a previous tutorial. So laminate, cut out the square, cut out the 2 centre pieces, and then make up your weatherproofed windmill so it looks like this. When I made this windmill, I've actually used the hot glue gun. It just is a lot stronger and it's a lot easier when you've laminated. So I've stuck down the central area. I then made the stick using the wooden skewer stick, and I rolled a red and green piece of coloured paper round and then taped over the top. This windmill I made from a sparkly foam card that I found online. As you can see, there were lots of different colour choices and it's quite flexible. I made up two different types, one larger and one smaller. On this smaller one I actually took some orange paper and glued it to the back, so that when I folded the wings down it looked like this. The one thing with this foam is you do need to use a hot glue gun. I made this one on a straw stick rather than the usual stick that I've made the larger one onto. So as you can see, you can use lots of different types of card, paper to make your windmill. This is one of the templates I showed you earlier, which I've laminated and made up. I've made this one using the hot glue gun, which when you laminate really does need to have a stronger type of glue. When you make up the templates, make sure you use your glue around the edges and then across these crisscross lines, so that when you cut your wings it doesn't separate, it stays glued together. If they do separate, you can always run a little bit of glue down at the end to seal them and hold them together. When I made the rest of this, I also used a different technique, and I've used a hot glue gun. I used the hot glue gun to glue down this central area just to reinforce and hold the wings down. But I've made the holding stick and the turning stick in a different way. So I took the cocktail stick and a small bead with a hole through it, added some hot glue to the tip of the cocktail stick, and then push this through onto the hole in the bead and let that cool. I then put the drinking straw through the middle of the windmill and put the cocktail stick through that. I then made a hole in another piece of drinking straw and placed it at right angles so that the cocktail stick went through this, and then applied some glue to the back of this piece of drinking straw, and then to the sharp piece of cocktail stick that remained I snipped that off. To make the holding stick, I took a wooden kebab stick. To the sharp end I applied lots of hot glue and then pushed it up into this drinking straw like this, so that it stuck and then created a nice firm holding stick for the windmill. And as you can see, this is a rather easy way of finishing and making the windmill. Now when you've laminated, you will find that you need to gently press and ease your wings into shape and give them a little bit of encouragement to bend how you want them to bend. And here are some of the other finished windmills that I made using different templates and paper. And I decided to brighten up my flower box, which was looking a little bit dry and sparse with no flowers in. I hope you brighten up your gardens too and enjoy your windmills like I'm enjoying mine. So don't forget, if you've enjoyed watching this tutorial, please subscribe to my channel, like and share this video with your friends, and keep watching out for more tutorials.